I'm trying to catch up.
Oh, speed trap. Oh, this is glorious. Yes. 200, 260. Yep, there we go. 226 miles. Oh, fuck hell. Okay, where am I supposed to go? Would you fuck off? That bitch? Fucking troll? Oh, of course White Boss looks that thing out. Bandit, are you joining? Watch out, White, he's on. Well, he's gonna try and catch you. Jesus, brakes! Turn, you bitch. Missed the corner, White. Bandit, can you see any of this? Have you joined it through the party?
Oh my god, this guy's really pissing me off. God.
Pissing me off.
God, this guy's pissing me off. I wish there was a way to tell this guy to straw.
That kinda.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus!
Behind him.
Bandit, do you have YouTube?
You coming back again, man?
No, what? Back out, because I had to start it again. I fucked that guy royally hard, White. He is off the trail into the bushes. Go, 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 go! I royally fucked him. Like, when I went to the left, I slammed the brakes and then whipped the rear end of the Bugatti around.
Back.
Well, I tried to bamboozle him, but that fucking Lamborghini piece of junk is like, oh, fuck me. Are you joining, Bandit? Let me know when you see like a Bugatti blasting. This thing is ludicrously fast. Like, I've tried to get this thing to go 300, which is its periodically correct top speed. It won't do it. I mean, it'll sit at 289 miles an hour. Literally, I was literally in a race, like a street race in this game, blasting around at like 280 miles an hour with literal zero fucks given. But when it comes to corners, she do not like it. Not really, not in this game. With wet roads, with her four-wheel drive system, it's kind of a yes and no situation. Should bite in, but it takes forever for her to bite. Oh, Jesus. Yep, there she goes. Just going to YouTube.
Can't catch up, man.
Why can't you catch up? Did you fly off the track?
No, my cars don't go like your speed.
Why? I've hit... It doesn't matter. I'm not exactly going into the thing, remember? We're just meeting up there. Remember? I already own the Dodge D. I don't need it. Here comes Lamborghini, boy.
I don't have like supercars to give me.
Well, you don't have this hype of car particularly. This sumbitch cost me a lot. Like, I had to do 3 of that race just to own this thing. I'm gonna say, best purchase of my life. Oh, Jesus! God damn! You hit a small bump doing 200, this thing will leave the fucking ground. That Lamborghini is starting to get on my last fucking nerve. Everything okay, Bandit? You're gonna have to go onto YouTube then. It's doing one of those. God damn, I'm just blasting out, but corner. Oh, Jesus. This thing absolutely hates corners, like terribly.
My car has no problems with corners.
Well, yeah, because you're driving a fucking Indy car on a street, on a fucking interstate.
I'm not driving any car no more. I'm driving the Italian supercar.
Can you see this? No, it's still me. I'm still, yeah, I'm still driving. What do you think of the top, speed? No shit. You know what's funny? I have gotten this to go 300. Ridiculous. Oh, by the way, when I hit the nitrous, it might be delayed, but watch the front end. You'll just see smoke. When we get to like dry roads, I'll punch the nitrous. Just watch the front of the car. You should see just a smoke screen. Because for some reason, nitro in this thing at any speed just makes the front wheels lift up. But by the way, you want to know what the skin was for? Aldi. You know that Need for Speed Aldi that had this skin? That's what this was meant for. But I put it on my Bugatti. I mean, you gotta admit, she handles pretty fucking well. I mean, if it's a straightaway. Corners, on the other hand, she don't handle a shit. Like you can see, I'm having to brake within 10 seconds of the corner before the wheels bite. Oh, yes, speed trap. Hell, yeah, up, there we go. Okay, when you see me go into a speed trap, you should see a smoke screen coming from the front of this thing. Let me know when you see it. That's the front wheels spinning at Mach 2. Yep. So, I hate this thing. Alright, since we're on residential streets, the Bugatti ain't gonna hang. I mean, she can try all she wants. She ain't exactly gonna hold the road. Here we go. There's my baby. Listen to the engine when she starts. How's it sound, Bandit? Just look how fast this thing is in like a straight line. Yeah, I own 4 Dodges technically. The Dodge Demon is one of them. Fucking turn radius on this thing is oh, yeah, I've heard of that one. By the way, there's also a demolition derby in this game. Yeah, as in you can physically destroy your vehicle. Body parts can fly off, you can lose tires. Well, if you want to see something funny, whipping it out. Since this guy is giving us a problem, I'd like to see him get up here. A police helicopter. There are liveries in this game for all kinds of vehicles, included helicopters and planes. Okay, he is catching up. Alright, you want to play like that, eh? Let me just whip out my Spitfire. My submarine Spitfire. Submarine Spitfire killer. Yeah. Look at her. This is a livery, by the way. By the way, the plane is ludicrously fast, but when it comes to turning, lackluster. Like, look how far away I am from that guy. Yeah, I have the other one. I have the American variant. Before you ask, yes, they have the P-51 Mustang. Just imagine an American version of the Spitfire with a bit. And yes, the helicopters and planes can have nitrous. Yeah. There's also boats and hovercraft. And monster trucks. Don't forget those. Yes. Just look, this is me at like full speed. Look how comfortable the Mustang is. It's like, I don't even feel it. And you know what's funny? This is a stunt plane. You want to see something funny? There's a plane I own that would make you laugh. Wait for it. Crop duster. You know what's funny? You know the there's also the really ugly looking ones. The Bee Gees. No, they look like a flying barrel. See it? Yep. And also, this is the second fastest plane in the game. I'm not shitting you one bit. You want to see something funny? You see the water? Watch this. Nope. I'm gonna cheat. A boat. 3, 2, 1. Landed it. You want to see one of the funniest looking boats? This thing has a V12. You like how, look how fast it is. You know what's funny? There was even a Jaguar one. Jaguar built a boat. Yeah. It's called... Oh, check this out. Who says I need roads? Who says I need roads? Roads are for plebs. This is actually full speed for this thing. Yeah, not exactly fast, but when you can go from land to sea on a whim, do you really need to go that fucking fast? You want to see one of the most ludicrous NASCARs in this game? By the way, yes, you can have a NASCAR. I'm not joking you one bit. White Fox knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. Trophy truck, more importantly. You ready? This is one I built. Yep. Yeah, that's not the worst of it. You want to see the one I got from beating one part of the game? Look at this thing. You have to beat someone to earn this monster. Aston Martin Vulcan. Yes, it is. And I haven't even maxed this thing out yet. Just look how far... Just look... You ready to see how ludicrous this car is? No, there's... I'm about to do something funny. You ready? Yes. Body parts, body panels, brake. This asshole chasing me is starting to get slightly annoying. Oh, you want to see braking parts? I'll break parts. My car isn't smoking already. So, Bandit, you see this thing? Yes, it is. That is the bar. And before you ask, you can flip that thing over by doing a donut. Oh, wait. So you want to see body parts getting clattery, right? Well, if this fucking Lamborghini jackass doesn't fuck me over. Yes, that is the newest Lamborghini. Alright, you ready to hear body parts get clattery? Wait for it. Impact is imminent. Brace for impact. Turn, turn. Oh, God. Oh. By the way, you can actually kill this thing. Yeah, you could lose tires. The whole bodywork can come off. Like, all of it. Of course, White Fox is on a Harley Davidson. Makes entire sense. Just look at him. That was a Harley Davidson. And yes. Yeah, and that was also White Fox running someone over. Like, there are all kinds of vehicles. Like, I can show you all of them. I have no problems. And fuck it, yes, I'm going to drive my Abarth monster.
Usually seeing a goldish black freaking Harley Davidson just went by it.
This thing almost looks comical, to be honest.
Wow, freaking jerk, man.
You know what's funny? Look how easy this thing is to flip over. If I fuck this up. Ah, boy. Yes, you can monster truck civilian vehicles with these things. Beep beep! I'll climb ya! Fucking Lamborghini jackass tried to ram me. I fucking tried to climb his ass. What are you gonna do? You can't spin me. This is the Abarth 500 monster. You know what else is funny? There's also jet stream boats. Yeah! Here, I'll show you. Alright, you ready? I'm gonna change into my jet stream. Which is part of the stunt class. It's small. Ludicrously small. So look at this. So what do you think? Look, not exactly. It's hella maneuverable. Like, look how maneuverable this little thing is. Like, alright. All right, I'll show you all the race cars in the dealership, all right? I'll show you front to back how much there are. There's there's multiple classes to this game. There's off-road, there's street race, there's stunt. So here's all the cars in the street racing. Prepare to see some that are going to make your eyes want to water. And yes, when you begin this game, you have the option to start with one, a little bitty, itty bitty piece of junk, or Ford Mustang. So to start, you have the Cadillac Eldorado Brougham, Jeep Wrangler, the Rubicon Edition, Chevy Silverado, not four-wheel drive by the way, rear-wheel only. Then you get the KTM series, the KTM X. These are the racing bikes. Now these are supposed to be street race versions of dirt bikes. Mini Cooper, that I don't own. Harley Davidson. Ford Raptor. This is the street race of that Abarth monster. Here is the Indian Scout, the Indian series of Harleys. The Indian Chief Dark Horse. Harley Davidson Street Glide. Then you get the Nissan Fairlady. Then you get a Hummer H1, the original motherfucking Hummer. The original. Then you get this, Mercedes-Benz. Then you get the Impala Sports Sedan. Then you get the BMW motorcycles. Then you can get, you ready for this? Cadillac Escalade, motherfucker. And by the way, guess what? You know Need for Speed, right? Fast and Furious, there's a skin for this Camaro that says F-bomb on the front fenders. I shit you not. Fast and the Furious F-bomb. Yep, that's the F-bomb. And yes, they have the original Camaro. And look, this is the Proto Hup 1. Most customizable vehicle in the fucking game. Yep. You get a Volkswagen Golf, which I didn't buy. Nissan 300Z. Dodge Charger. And yes, there is a Dukes of Hazzard skin for said Charger. I shit you not. I have the Duke skin on my Charger. Volkswagen, Ford Focus, bleh. Chevy Corvette, my heart and soul. And then they have the other Corvette, the actual Stingray. Then you have this one, the Nissan Skyline, Paul Walker skin for this Skyline. Then you have this thing. Don't let this thing's looks gawk you. This thing is ludicrously fast. Yeah. And of course, you can't just have the Dodge Charger without having its little brother. Yeah. Here's the Renault. Blech. Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT 8. This thing has a Hellcat engine in it. Yeah. Look, they even have this one. Chrysler 300 SRT 8. Based on the Z4 if I remember correctly. Pretty damn good saloon car. Then you have the Ford Mustang GT. The Dodge Challenger SRT 8 392. Nissan Nismo.
Hey, Matt, I need to make some money on this because I only have like 100 something.
Of course. No problem. Just let me get done showing him all the classes, because he needs to know every class and which cars are good. This is your starting car. This is one of your starting cars. Bandit. Mustang Fastback. Or you could have this one, which I didn't go with. Then you have the BMW X6. Yuck. Camaro SS. The second Bumblebee. Ford Focus. BMW M2. BMW M2 Beta Handling Edition. Mercedes-Benz BMW M5. Alfa Romeo 4C. I don't know. Probably. KTM X-Bow. Of course they're going to have the crossbow. BMW M4. There's your questions answered. The M4. Not the Need for Speed variant. The Charger's bigger brother. Look at this one. Don't exactly know what company that's from. No, this you'll see it. It's after the Ducati. And of course, the Shelby GT500. Maxed out to the max. Aston Martin V8 Vantage. Lotus, Kawasaki, Mercedes, Ducati. This one is the stupidest motorcycle I own. Like, if you see a mark above them, that means they're already purchased. Of course, if I'm going to own all Fords, I need to have at least one Ford GT. And yes, I own the Hellcat. And before you ask, yes, they have the Dodge Viper SRT 10 Coupe. They also have the 911 Turbo 3.6. But you need a season pack to get that sucker. Nope. That'll cost you $500,000. In this game, I can get you that in 2 hours. Or 2 races, technically. Yeah, pretty much. Of course, they're going to have the Jaguars and the Camaros. This is one of the newest Camaros. I got this from becoming an icon level.
You can get cars for free when you get the icon level?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, you want to see some Summit vehicles? Summit Mitsubishi Lancer. Summit Mitsubishi Lancer. And then they have the Ferrari 440. The F40. And guess what, dude? Here's the car that's in the last of the lineup. The SRT Demon in the street race division. So that's all the street race you've seen. Here's the drift vehicles. Look at this. Yeah. They have the Shelby. Drift. Mazda RX-7. Drift. Ford Focus. Drift. Dodge Charger. Drift. White, stop for men.
What?
Stop.
Stop what?
Just do the race yourself. Skyline.
anything.
Drift. And look, they even have a drift Charger. Or Challenger. A Camaro. They even have a Drift 4 GT, for fuck's sake. Corvette Stingray Drift. Dodge Viper Drift. Yeah. They even have, you ready for this? A Lamborghini Murcielago Drift. Oh. They even have a Ferrari, McLaren, Lamborghini Aventador, and a Koenigsegg Agera R. You want to see the drag vehicles? You can have Ford Focus, piece of junk. Nissan 370Z, decent. Or you could go with Mustang, Camaro, Dodge Challenger, Skyline, I don't know why, Dodge Viper. Yeah, but they removed the all-wheel drive feature on this. Alright, look at this one. This is one of the newest cars. This is the Bugatti Divo. So here's all the... Oh, you want to see something crazy? Here's the first car I owned. Maserati MC12. Ludicrous. Pagani Zonda F. Double ludicrous. Jaguar Concept. Ludicrous. McLaren 12C. Lamborghini Aventador all the motherfucking way. Pagani Huayra. McLaren F1. S7 Turbo. Yeah. Ford GT. Newer edition. Koenigsegg Agera R. Porsche 918 Spider. Ferrari 458 Speciale. Lamborghini fucking Vino. Ferrari Pista. Lamborghini Huracan. Porsche Carrier GT. LaFerrari. Superfast. Citroen GT. Koenigsegg Agera. Regera. Ferrari. I have no idea. Lamborghini Egoista. Bugatti Veyron. Grand Sport. Bugatti Chiron. Bugatti Divan. Bugatti Divan Magica. Magma Edition. Bugatti Chiron Carbon Edition. So what do you think? Oh, you ain't even, that's only one of the places. You ready to see some of the stunt vehicles? That includes that jet steamboat. So prepare to have your peak interest thrown for a loop. It's the entire United States. There are certain zones you can't go to. And you're ready to see one of the special vehicles. This is what you get for beating all of the races in this game. Yes, that is actually. You ready to see the jet stream boats, front to back? Alright, you ready? You get the piece of junk Hornet. I didn't go for it. You get the Brawler. You get the Sportsman Edition or the Leopard. They're technically better versions of each other. Monster truck time. You ready? Chevy Silverado. Abarth. Camaro. Challenger. Ford Mustang. Jeep Grand Cherokee. Ford Raptor. Hummer H1. Skyline. Nissan. And then the last one is the Hup 1. You ready to see the stunt planes? P-51 Mustang. A slick aircraft. Submarine Spitfire. Mark 9. So what do you think? Hey, look. Here's your babies. You get the Bulk, Rattlesnake, Frontera, Chevy Bel Air. Don't exactly know what that one is. Still haven't figured that one out. So you've seen all the special vehicles in this lineup. And this is for completing this game on the off-road setting. This is what you get. A free hovercraft. So what do you think? That ain't it. Prepare for the next line. If I can remember where the fuck they are. Ah, here it is. The off-road. The off-road HQ. P.S. This is where you get the helicopter. So, buddy, you remember how you saw the helicopter I own? So, Bandit, this is where you get the final summit vehicle, the helicopter. And look, you can get your hovercrafts here. Here are the types of hovercraft. You have, looks like an ATV mixed with a hovercraft. I have no idea about that one. The double LX. Or you could have the Proto Speedster, the one I own. You ready for the Rallycross? They have a Rallycross Porsche before I forget. Of course you're going to have the Ford Focus. The Fairlady. Mini Cooper. Of course they're going to have the Challenger. His big brother. The Charger. The Camaro. Nissan. Mustang. Camaro. Challenger. Charger. Skyline. Another Mini Cooper. Lotus. Citroen. Lancia. Abarth. Lancia. Focus. Porsche. So what do you think? Yeah, I know. These are pretty much all the dirt bikes you can get. Only 4. The KTM, the Kawasaki, Suzuki, or the KTM I have. Which was the most expensive but better handling one. This is one of the DLC... Okay, there are certain... I'll explain this. You ready for this? White Fox, you left the crew.
I did?
Yeah, Okay, this is the Hummer H1. By the way, guess what? You get this sumbitch for free. There's one race that you get this for free. So the Mercedes-Benz, you can get for free. This is your first off-road vehicle, the Proto Buggy. The Ford Focus Rally. I hate it. The Jeep, not so bad looking. Mini Countryman, fuck you. Cadillac Escalade, hell yeah. Camaro. Nissan. Ford Raptor.
I'll be back.
Mustang. Hummer. Camaro. Just look at all these things. I know. And yes, you can get a Silverado trophy truck. Of course they have the Jeeps in this. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Boom. Porsche 959 Raid. Yeah, Aerial Nomad. Ford FC Raptor racing truck for Ghost Recon. So what do you think? They added it for Ghost Recon. You have to beat the summit to get that. This is where I got the Aston Martin Vantage. Or the Vulcan. So you saw that Vulcan I own, right? You have to beat the leader of this thing to get the Vulcan. Yes, he races you in the Vulcan. Sucks, believe me. Here are the touring cars you can get. And yes, you can get an old Lamborghini as a touring car. Yes, you're going to get the Mini Coopers. The Ford Focuses, like everything. You can get a Ford Raptor touring car. A Nissan Mazda. A Mercedes touring car. A Dodge Charger. Impala Sports Sedan. Camaro. I know. And of course, they're going to have the Shelby version. They even have the Hup. Camaro. You know what's funny? I'm going to show you all the modifications for certain vehicles. That includes, you ready for this? Some of the Dodges. By the way, the Dodge Demon doesn't have anything in the world of customization. It's pretty much basic. There's not much. You can't modify it to look like the Need for Speed one. I've tried. Just look at some of these Ferraris. You ready to see something funny? Read this boat's side panel. What's it say? Yeah, it was built by Jaguar. This is your first boat you're going to get. The offshore. With my races, my opinion, skip all the way to this one. Or this one. Or, you know, the Jaguar. Just take your pick, to be honest. You ready to see the stunt plane? Or the racing planes? You have the Slick, the Edged, the HR-3, the Submarine Spitfire, the Crop Duster, the Mustang, the Flying Barrel, the Pilatus 21, or the Extra. You want to see where the Vulcan is? This is the car. In all her glory. But that's not it. The Pista de Resistance, they have Indy. The Red Bull. The Prototype. So if you ever wanted to make a Red Bull one, take your pick. 3 actually. But the Proto Mark II is the most ludicrous out of them. So I'm going to show you some of the modifications. By the way, your house is always going to be in Miami. Where'd you go? Sacramento, California? I don't know. Can you still see this? Alright, let me see. Where is my... Ah, there she is. So you wanted to see the modifications for the Demon, right? All you can do is get a black hood. That's it. The front... Carbon... No, just straight matte black. For the front bumper, you can really throw it for a loop. For the rims, here's your rim styles. You ready? 1. So what do you think? That's for demolition derbies. Some of the rims get a little ridiculous, I'm going to be honest. You can get the ones for the Charger. Shit you not, look. Or the Camaro. General Lee rims. Like, some of the rims just don't make any sense. But you want to see the one of my best cars, the ones I've worked so hard on? Check this out. Alright, here's the F-bomb I was talking to you about. What do you think? And this was the Camaro Z28.
Hey.
I know. And that, you know what's funny? That's all stock. Oh, by the way, to get this Aston Martin, there's a special mode you can go in to get this thing. You want to see one of the funny parts for this Charger? Or Challenger? Watch this. You are seeing that right, buddy. That is a blower on the front of this thing. There are vanities, which technically are the tires. Here's my Hellcat. This is the Shelby GT500. Take a look. Your opinion? That's all the modifications. And yes, you are not... Yeah, that's all the modifications. Look at the Harley Davidson's front headlamp. And yes, you can do this to the Jeep Wrangler. Ridiculous, right? I even made the GTA 5 Kuruma out of the Mitsubishi Lancer. You can't say it doesn't look like it. It's just flat black. Look what I was able to make. Yeah, Paul Walker. All right, you ready to see the Hup 1's visual parts? Hunt 1, 2, 3. Yep, and you could even have deer bull horns as the front bumper. Like, this is the most customizable vehicle in the fucking game. And I love it. No, they didn't. Well, they gave it the right name. You want to see something funny? Wait for it. Boom! Or you could go with a subtle. Just have the exhaust blasting out the sides. Or you could have done it like me and just, you know, put the front fenders on at least. You could have the or you could have the intercoolers blasting out of the sides of the engine block. Or just a straight V8 poking. Oh, by the way, look at these exhausts and tell me that isn't straight out of Mad Max. they're just straight angle pop. Oh, you want to see some of the rim modifications for this thing? You're gonna laugh. You ready? Boom. No, but it spins around. And I've actually... You ready for this? Look at the rear fender real quick. Boom shakalaka. And yes, you could put a spoiler on this. You can also put bullet holes in the tent in the rear, or just remove the entire and have a keg in the back. Or you could just have the intercooler hanging out of the back. I know, this vehicle has the most ridiculous modifications if I have ever seen. Yeah, including the one I'm sticking with, which is the one I had on this before, you know, I had my cousin fud with this thing, which was straight on Mad Max. You can't go wrong with a keg in the back. You want to see the liveries?
Oh, there's a skid. Oh, and there's a wreck. The Chargers are calling up. Our champion swerved around it brilliantly. Now that's the skill that wins no matter what.
There's quite a few. And by the way, you can custom, like every car has its own custom livery. You know what's funny? For the Ford Raptor and the Chevy Silverado, there's a Pornhub skin. There's also a U-Haul skin. There's a U-Haul skin as well for the Chevy. Like, the one livery that I like is this one. The latest. Like, the latest has the best. Like, these people spend hours in this in-game doing this. Like, each one of the liveries has got something special. I used to make liveries myself. I just quit making them because, well, that and people kept giving me shit for them. So one time in Need for Speed Payback, you want to know what I wrote in the rear view mirror or on the back window? Your opinion does not matter, so don't shit talk me for my liveries, but your opinion does not matter to me. Piss off. Written in the back window. My buddy said, if you see this truck come by, run away, bitches. Run away. But you want to see one of the dumbest vehicles that I thought was the world's stupidest that was added? That I really don't... That I don't like. Now, I understand... The Hump one is...
That thing should never be invented, period.
Like...
That thing is for queers.
Okay, look at my Charger. Or my Challenger drag vehicle. Oh my god. By the way, take a look at my Jeep Wrangler. Yeah. So what do you think of my Jeep Wrangler Rally Raid Edition? What do you think? Like, this is the free truck you get. Like, when you do that race, after you've done it, this is the state of the truck. This thing doesn't have very many modifications. Yeah, but I use this from time to time for off-roading. I mean, it's freaking decent. I can't say I've gotten stuck in it often. Probably the Chevy. But it's only because, just, you want to see the difference? Now I'm going to show you something funny. You ready to laugh your ass off? Look what I can put in this slot that's going to make you laugh. Boom! You want to see the modification? And yes, you can put a blower on the Chevy. Yeah, you can. It just ain't gonna poke out of the hood that much. You could do the same with that fucking Abarth. You know what's funny? I could show you the Abarth's modifications just to make you laugh. Because it is, I literally call it my Dustmobile. Because you could do some ludicrous stunts with this little bastard. Yeah, there's not very many for the Abarth. They changed it. They took away the blower. That sucks. You want to see something funny? I'm gonna grab my 124 Spider. Look what's poking out of the hood. Your eyes do not deceive you. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of skin. There's like a lot of police skins for half the shit I own. Like, look what I did to my Impala Sports sedan. This will make you laugh. It's a police car, but look at the hood. You ain't getting away from me, bitch! Look at the modifications for this thing.
Oh, there's a skid. Oh, and there's a wreck. The charger hauling up. Our champions working on it brilliantly. Now that's the skill that wins no matter what the engine, no matter what the track.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with that one. You can also wide body it.
He is this season's undisputed
Yeah.
champion coming out of nowhere to rise to the top.
Just the flares. You can also do this. Boom. Boom. Or boom. Yes. And when you hit the nitro, it blows flames out the exhaust. Like, look at what you can do with the rear of this thing. That's one police car I would not want to be chased by. I'm gonna get these exhausts because that looks fluid. And there you go. Well, I will show you some of the blower modifications just to make you laugh. You could literally get the standard blower or the fuck you blower. Or you could get the carbon fuck you. But there's one vehicle I made that I... You know the Cadillac I showed you before? Bandit, you ready to see something funny? Boom! Let fuck you! Look at the front end. Oh! Wow. I don't know. It's almost like it's saying, I'm a dragster, motherfucker.
Out of nowhere to rise to the top.
You want to see something funny? Boom. By the way, look at the. By the way, those are exhaust pipes out of the bumper. I could get the GT fuck you wing.
Hey, here's your chance.
Pretty much. It's one of the funniest vehicles I own. I never race it as often because why would I need to? But there's one vehicle I've been working on that I want to show you. Look at my Corvettes. You can't say this is not something you would do to them. Bandit? What about this? Oh, but remember how you could get, like, the Lamborghini at Murray? Oh yeah, you got me right there. I'm in the same boat. Like, I hate how they're not flush with the vehicle.
Sometimes they don't look right at all.
Not really.
But
By the way, what do you think of my Hummer H1? I need to change the fucking rims, to be honest. Oh, by the way, did you know what livery this thing's wearing? Yes! Resident Evil! You gotta admit though, for a Hummer, ain't no fucking slouch, is it? Before I forget, this thing's four-wheel drive. Alright, you want to see one of the ludicrous things that I'm going to say that's going to make you laugh? Let me see if I can find it. Alright, this is a rally raid. So remember, I'm going to show you the ludicrous rally raid I own. You ready? Take a look at what this vehicle's horsepower is. P.S. I did this on purpose.
One day only, all guests 12 and under get a free pack of peanuts with a paid admission.
Did you see the brake horsepower set? You want to see exactly how ludicrous this little monster is? By the way, you can drive in first person in this game.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
By the way, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is a Ford Raptor in front of me. Yeah. And I'm keeping up with it and even gaining. And yes, you can drift these sons of bitches. You can drift every vehicle in this game off-road. Yes. Hang on, I gotta restart. The fucking ghost kind of messed me up. And listen, you know how you have to go back to the race to restart? Nope, press triangle. And then hold X.
3.
Yeah. Yeah. And you hold X and it'll respawn. And you do this again. It gives you a second chance of trying to beat it.
Looks like some wide open racing action.
And by the way, if you want to know what the steering is like, this is me. I'm barely even touching the steering and look how fucking accurate this thing is. It's like, yeah. There are glitchy moments to where the wheels of this Hummer will go through the ground. Yeah, it happens once in a while. It doesn't happen all that often. Yep. I know. That's about the same for this game. Yeah. If you're wondering why I slid out, that was because my wheels went in the map. Yeah, the whole assembly technically. But you have to admit, this Hummer ain't no goddamn slouch. I mean, it's going at about 150 off-road. That Ford Raptor can do 160 off-road. Look at me. The steering is a little goofy at times. Like, it will try to grab you left to right. Yep, there's that glitch. You saw how the Hummer lost complete control? The wheels went in the map. Physically took control away from me. But it only happens with this fucking Hummer. That's why I hate the Hummer sometimes. And look, and you see these levels?
Listen to those engines roar.
That is how you can tell what level you are.
Yeah, I'd say.
But I'm going to show you something. The difference between, well, the Hummer and this thing. Like, you see how this thing looks like it's maxed out? It's not. It is one level behind my Hummer. But you want to see why I like this thing?
I got the check, you got the win, you got our name in the paper. Very well.
It's rear-wheel drive only, and this thing, look how light this thing is. Yeah, there's also achievements. If you take a picture of a deer, you get an achievement. Like, there are certain, like, literally, there's a Bigfoot in this game. If you take a picture, you get 40 grand in-game. So you want to see the difference from a Hummer to this little bugger. By the way, you can customize your tunes for these things. Like, make a custom tune for every vehicle you own. Yeah! If you Like, look at the Ford Raptor. He's like, wrong. My little aerial Nomad is like, fuck out of here. Like, look how. And you know what's funny? The Ford Raptor's 4-wheel drive. This thing is rear wheel only. Not really. The Ford Raptor has better top end. I have better acceleration and better ground handling. If this fucking steering... But don't worry, you see how the fucking Ford Raptor just takes away and then the Nomad's just like, get back here? The Nomad is like the Ford Raptor, but better. Like, I can show you the Ford Raptor versus the Ford Raptor. Like, look how fast the Nomad catches. The Nomad is like a better variant of the Ford. Oh, and you remember that jump I went on that took my wheels in the map? That won't happen with a fucking Nomad. I mean, it's holding. But the one downside to the Nomad, it won't be the 4-wheel drive, and like if it inquires like mud, this thing grinds to a halt.
Drivers will be available for autographs at 2 o'clock.
You ready to see the Ford Raptor versus pretty much that Ford Raptor? Of course. Let me figure out if I've got all the parts to make this thing slightly better. Oh yeah, I've got more than enough. When you do these races, you get more parts. The more parts you get, the more stuff you can unlock on your vehicles.
I'd say that race went well for us. I got the check, you got the win, you got our name in the paper. Very well indeed.
So the funny thing about this game is, you ready for this? Each vehicle has a good... what it's good at. My Ford Raptor and my Hummer are good for these long journey roads. So what do you think of the Ford Raptor when it's like bounding around? I will say this, each vehicle has its own handling style. Off-road vehicles handle different than street race. Like, you can't... the street races can be used off-road, but they're not as fast. You can tell that this Ford Raptor and that Ford Raptor are equal when it comes to their top end. It's all down to this game's variant of torque. The more torque you have, the faster you can go. You can do one thing which really pisses me off and bias your drivetrain.
I get the hint. Gonna have to run fast.
No, you can bias either rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. You can change, yeah, but I wouldn't. You fuck with that, you lose literally all of what you're trying to gain. Just look at this. This Ford Raptor smashed that Ford. And you know what's funny? That was the DLC Raptor. That's why some of these vehicles are just over the top when it comes to their top end. Like, there are all kinds of off-road races. Heck, you ready for this? There's even off-road races that force you to climb a mountain. Oh, by the way, you see these little bolts I'm getting from the stuff I'm scrapping? Those are upgrade points. Which means you can go into these parts and upgrade them to do what you want them to. Here, let me show you. Bulldozer, muddy. The more you you can recalibrate your thing to go faster or handle bumps better. Like, that's what's good about these parts. You can tune them to what you want. Like, for the hypercars, you can make them Alchemist. And look, this is how you can easily tell that that was the DLC Raptor. Yeah, and look, here's one of the trophy trucks. This is the Raptor I was racing against. The Raptor, listen, this is a Raptor I'm going to tell you to get. One of the trophy trucks. If you want a trophy, you ready for this? Go for the Silverado Evolution.
I got the check, you got the win.
The Silverado Evolution, you ready for this? It's a lot faster than the Raptor. Don't ask me how. It somehow is. And listen, the trophy trucks have different modifications you can do to them. And you know what's funny? I'll show you the race in this game to do to get the exact money I had to buy an Evo. You ready? It won't take that long because I'm literally going to show you where it is. Bronx Hypercar. If you go for the New York, that is... If you go all the way to Ace difficulty, you get 315,000. That is what I did to get that amount of money to get these cars. Because half the cars are like 200, 300, 500,000. P.S. I'll tell you how much money you get for beating this entire game. 45 grand. Yes, 45 grand. I know. Oh wow, this trophy truck handles a little weird. Because I played with this thing when I was in the beta. It handles a little differently. Got a bit more swing to it. Oh wow, you can, whoa. Holy crap, you can, I wonder if that's the same with the Raptor. I'm gonna test that for you. Because listen, the Raptor doesn't handle the same as all the trophy trucks have a different. Oh, here's one of the equipment cars. Like this car you see in the Peugeot, when you reach a certain icon, you can get that. Like, listen, when you get this game, certain icon levels give you free vehicles. Peugeot. Like, I'll show you. Because literally, if I go into my things, like, I'll show you what I mean by that. If I can get it right. Okay. When you first get the game, you're going to start out as a rookie. Then you're going to start, like, here's your pilot. This is what you use. These are your icon points. Rich makes you get more money. Bump bulldozer, better handling on collisions. Avoidance. Drag, muddy, bender. Here's your timeline. You ready? You go from rookie, popular, famous, star, icon. At icon level 100, you get the Camaro. Then at icon 200, you get the crop duster. 300, you get the Peugeot. 400, you get a boat. 500, you get a BMW track car. 600, the LaFerrari. Then you get the icon, the drift edition of the Acura. Then the Hup. And then the Bugatti Chiron. And that's it. You can literally keep going. So you see what I mean? There are street racing narratives and there's pro race. So when you get this game, each thing you do is going to make you have a certain thing. The more you get in the game, the more stuff you drive. Oh wow, I was right. Raptor handles a little different. Rear end actually is what I can feel. Yep. The front end seems to be taking more of the bumps though. Oh, and P.S. When you beat a race, you get premium parts. My opinion? Each vehicle starts out at a basic level. The more parts you put on them, the faster they go. Get me? Also, look out for these. You see this gold rally raid part? These are rare. You have to have a high loot caliber to get them. The higher you are in your loot, you can get those parts. It technically means instead of having one good thing about your vehicle, it gives you three. So you can change it to match your style. If you want to go with a nitro chemist, you can swap it to nitro chemist. If you want it to go with handling, it'll go with handling. You see what I mean? Each part acts differently. P.S. First option, when you get a rally raid or a rally car, get the fucking Lancia. Delta S4. Do not get the Charger and do not get the Porsche. If you want to fuck around with them, get them. But if you're going to race, use the Lancia. Believe me from experience. You ready for this? Porsche handles like shit. Like, that thing will spin out at the smallest bump. Like, you barely touch anything. That sumbitch is going to spin completely out. Well, the Rally Raid, maybe. That 595 did get your attention. And by the way, the 595 is actually ridiculous. Oh, by the way, for some of the street races, you're going to need a Harley Davidson. Okay? You're going to need a Harley Davidson Street Glide for one of them. Okay? There has to be a rim style that will match this fucking Chevy. Well, duh. And they'd have to have like a... Oh, that one's perfect. That's got the locker in the center. Oh, and P.S. You can only do rim modifications on the rally trucks. Nothing more. Well, that's only for the rally ones. For some of the Hummers and Jeeps, not so much. Like, how do I put this? The Ford Raptor has two different rims, but I would stick with the stock ones. They look better because they're white and they're like red in the rear and white, yellow in the front. Yeah, and if you want to make it your own style of Red Bull, you can go to latest and just... There's a metric ton of liveries. There's even a monster livery. And it's from Forza Horizon. Alright, see you later, buddy. Alright. So how you feeling, White Fox? White Fox?